Well, as you guys can see, my girlfriend's Jeep has no wheels. It's been sitting here, abandoned, if you will, like this, because I stole her wheels because I'm a bad guy. I am a bad guy. I'm a villain. I'm not Batman. I'm the Joker. Okay? So this Jeep has to carry myself and her like 1,500 miles in about 5 weeks down to the sunny state of Florida. For you guessed it, Jeep Beach. So we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. A lot to do. A lot to do. So I gotta stop talking to you guys and I gotta do it. Do you want to watch? You want to watch me do it? Because it's gonna be pretty awesome. You should check it out. So stay tuned. Here we go. First thing we got to do is gonna get these brackets off, because as you can see, powder coat has come off. So we're gonna get those and get those to powder coat. So let's do that real quick. Okay, gonna do the same to the other side, and we'll get these and something else to powder coat. Powder coat's important. Powder coat's important. It's gotta look fresh. All right, got these babies off. Now we just gotta load them up in the estate car. Oh my God, you guys can't see that yet. So yeah, let's go to powder coat. All right guys, as you can see, we got it all cleaned up. Everything's off to powder coat. So the next thing we got to do is the exhilarating task of cleaning, sanding, grinding, scraping the bottom and getting it ready for paint. So prepare for one big time lapse. I'm gonna actually have to do the work. You just watch me work. All right, boys, we got the Jeep. Excuse me, something in my mouth. Oh, sanded down, cleaned up, all the rust taken care of. Wiped it all down with some alcohol. Now we're gonna use some of this stuff, Steel It. It's good stuff. That's what all the pros use. That's why we're using it. They called me up. They're like, "Hey, do you want to get sponsored?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "No problem. Just pay $75 a can, and we'll send you one." So, no big deal, guys. So let's get this on. All right, here we go. All right, boys, it's the next day. All the paint is dry. Everything looks good. We're ready to go into the next step. So now what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be a little how-to video. It's gonna be how to install aftermarket diff covers. These ones are from Dynatrack. They are badass. Pretty cool, kind of matches the gray of the Jeep. Some black in there to look sweet. We're gonna use some AMS oil, synthetic diff oil, some brake clean, some RTV to make a gasket,
This is really easy, guys. Anybody can do this. I know it's kind of a little scary taking your diff covers off, but if you've never done it before, but it's easy. So let's get to it. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, first thing you want to do is get yourself some snazzy gloves to wear. These are cool, so you don't get dirty. Next, grab yourself a ratchet, or if you're a fancy boy like me, an impact. Okay. These ones here, these are 12mm bolts. Then you need a receptacle, very important. Also important. Remove the plug for the receptacle, because that's embarrassing. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay, then you're gonna want to just start loosening these. Okay.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't
Okay, so when you get to this top one, you want to loosen it, but you don't want to take it all the way out. Next, you're gonna grab a Phillips, and by a Phillips I mean a flathead screwdriver. And you want to just come in here, gently ease that off. Okay, and give it a little pop. All the diff oil comes out. Now, pro tip here: don't get this stuff on you, because it smells worse than anything you've ever smelled in your entire life. Trust me. Okay. So we'll get the old one out of the way. Alright, so as that's draining, you want to get yourself some brake clean. Some brake clean. And just give it a little spray down inside of there. It'll help drain out all the leftover oil and gunk. Okay, now we're gonna let that dry for a little bit. Then we're gonna get off that RTV that's left over. All right, so next we're just gonna clean off the surface.
I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 cents for imposters, so now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't change, cause I break the chains.
All right, now we're gonna let it dry for a little while before we put the new sealant on. So we've let all that dry, it's all clean, and now we're just gonna run a bead of RTV. So now you just want to take your diff cover, get one of the top bolts started, right? Hopefully I can slide this right in there.
Something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back. Just wait and you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibe?
Alright guys, the final step here is putting in the oil. I like to use AMS oil just because it comes in this bag. It makes it a lot easier for you to get all of the fluid out instead of the bottle that you can just never get all of it out. So, on the Dana 44 front axle, you need 1.3 quarts. So you just kind of roll this bag in there and squirt all the juices in. You know what I mean? So each one of these bags is 1 quart. So we're gonna do like a bag and a half. Ooh, that's the sound we're looking for. Alright, so that's about 1 1/3. Just tighten her up and you're good to go. Alright guys, that is the front all done. It's looking sweet. And just in time for it to be done, look who showed up here. We got Chef J Cruiser in the house.
What's up, guys?
Oh man, let me see if we can get this thing into focus here.
Getting this bad boy off, replacing it with the stock because it's just a lot better.
So Tony just picked this FJ up. It's pretty badass. It's a little rough around the edges, but we're gonna get it fixed up. We'll see what happens here. It's pretty cool though. It's got like 33s. It's all murdered out. So comment down below if Tony should put 40s, an LS swap, and just basically all
40s.
kinds of stuff.
I don't know about 40s. Maybe 35s.
All right, boys, it's beer 30. Cheers to you. The Jeep is painted, diff covers are on. The next thing we got to do, if you're a keen eye, you notice there are no brakes and the shocks, I got paint on them. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the suspension out and we're going to get the new suspension in. That's a little tricky because we have, as of right now, 15 days till we have to leave for Jeep Beach. So we got a lot to do. So we're gonna pretty much end this video, start tearing this thing apart. We'll get the new suspension on, new brakes, and then we got another big surprise coming for this thing. So let's see, stand by, check it out. Cheers to you.
Major look, huh? Yeah, this one is for the books. All these chances I took still, I move straight on these rooks now. Hold me up or hold me down.